Second, services, making sure that women and
Before I conclude my initial remarks.
Western Europe, where young people learn in school how to protect themselves. If you
Of the table, dear guest participants, UN colleagues, representatives from social media, journalists, it's a great pleasure to be able to welcome you today to this event, where we are marking the World Population Day, which has a great focus on family planning, as you could see in the video that we just showed. In fact, 25 years ago, the landmark International Conference on Population and Development put people's rights at the heart of development, and it affirmed that sexual and reproductive health is a fundamental human right, and emphasized that empowering women and girls is key to ensuring the well-being of individuals, communities, families, nations, and the whole world, in fact. It also marked a fundamental shift in global thinking on population and development issues, and it moved away from the focus on reaching specific demographic targets to focus on the needs, aspiration, and rights of individual women and men. And as we could see from this video, it had long been thought that family planning was just a matter and a strategy of controlling birth numbers and controlling population growth, but that's not the case, and it changed with, in fact, the Conference on Development and Population. And I think that is an essential landmark in terms of looking at the right to family planning as a right to actually choose when you want to have children, if you want to have children, and how many. And in fact, it also, 25 years ago, at this very landmark International Conference on Development and Population, it also put forward the notion that everyone counts, and that development policies must be about improving individual lives, and the measure of progress should be the extent to which we address inequalities. And in fact, we see that very well today in the Agenda 2030 on Sustainable Development. We also see it in each of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, because inequality is integrated in each of the targets, in each of the indicators, to actually make sure that at the end, in 2030, we have a world that is much more equal than today. For this particular topic on sexual and reproductive health and rights and family planning, the particular goals is number 3 on health, but also number 5 on gender equality. And I'm very pleased that today we're here with a very important number of participants. I know that many of you are activists. I know that many of you come from various institutions. I know that some of you come from civil society. We have here the Ombudsman, we have the Deputy Minister of Health, and these are essential members of institutions that have a responsibility in fact, in making sure that our societies progress in terms of the human rights for women and men, and in particular on, as today, on the sexual and reproductive health and rights. Each of you, and also us as the international community, we all have a responsibility to make sure that there is a proper and accelerated progress.
Ministria e Shëndetësisë për kundër vullnetit për veprim dhe përpjekjeve të vazhdueshme ende nuk e kemi arritur të përmbushëm rekomandimet e ndala nga ky hulumtim, siç e tha edhe avukati I popullit. Mjetet për planifikim familjar janë në listën esenciale të bornave dhe furnizimi bëhet varësisht nga kërkesat e institucioneve, qoftë nivelit primar, sekondar ose terciar. Raporti ka reflektuar gjendjen aktuale drejt obligimeve kushtetuese dhe ligjore sa I përket të drejtave në shëndetin seksual dhe riprodhues. Në të njëjtën kohë ka rekomanduar për veprime konkrete që duhet të ndërmerren në mënyrë që secili individ në vend mund të realizojë të drejtën e vet për shëndet riprodhues dhe ky është obligim I përbashkët. Mendoj se ne kemi akoma për të bërë dhe duhet të angazhohemi akoma në këtë drejtim. Jam thellë I bindur se me angazhimin ton të përbashkët, suksesi për përmirësimin e shëndetit dhe drejtave riprodhuese nuk do të mungojë.